Coming up in this episode, to his horror, to be both too familiar and too standoffish. To his horror, but he still wasn't happy. Horror, and the devil didn't want him in hell. Horror. Whenever he sulked, his mother withdrew money from the savings account his dead father had set up for him, for college. She bought gin with the money. By the time he was 15, all the money was gone, and he sulked more than ever. He found work in the creaking warehouse of a down-at-heel hardware store in his half-a-horse town, determined to save up and pay for college himself, just to spite his mother. By age 27, he had enough money and studied theology, just to prove a point. To his horror, he discovered his vocation, meaning he needed to become a priest and talk to God, despite the fact that God had never done anything for him. After being ordained, he learned there were already too many priests in his town. When his bishop suggested he might like to spend some time in Latin America, he sulkily agreed, thinking that if his bishop had made more of an effort, he could have found somewhere better. He hated the climate and the insects, though people at least showed him some respect, most of the time. When they didn't, he sulked for weeks. When the time came to leave and go home, he didn't want to, and sulked all the way back to his new position in the town where he had grown up. His mother had died before he arrived, so he sulked in the priest's residence until his impressive tan had faded. Having grown up in the town and become a priest, he found everyone to be both too familiar and too standoffish, which made him sulk for the rest of the year. The following year, his doctor diagnosed him with cancer. He sulked in the doctor's office until the doctor agreed to take the diagnosis back, but he still wasn't happy. Then, one bright, warm May morning, he died, still sulking, and it seemed he would continue to do so for all eternity, or at least until his pouting lips rotted off his face. Even on fine days, it rained over the patch of ground where they had buried him, and people hurried past on their way to church. Not just to avoid the rain, but because it wouldn't surprise them that much if he rose again from the dead, to make sure they knew how unhappy he was with the whole situation. But he never did. In the coffin, he had decided that if they wanted him, they could bloody well dig him up themselves. Why should he have to do it? They'd done nothing for him while he lived. His spirit remained in his coffin to make sure God realized he wasn't happy. He'd gone for a look at heaven and then been disappointed by it. And the devil didn't want him in hell, spoiling all their fun. And that is what happened. Alright, I hope that helps you somehow. It's certainly a weight off my mind to have told you. Possibly too much weight off. I'm starting to spin. Oh no!